Mesdames et messieurs,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Excellency, Mr. the President of the Republic of Gabon, Head of State, Ali Bongo Ondimba. Please be seated. Mr. Prime Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, distinguished guests, I would like, now that we're closing our forum, to tell you how much I've been satisfied to see such a mobilization of energy, of resources, to discuss about the future of our continent. I would particularly thank all those who have come from far and shared their experience, their expertise, their know-how, their vision for Africa and its future. These go to particularly towards His Excellency Alassane Aman Ouattara, President of the Republic of Ivory Coast, who honored us through his presence and contribution. I would also thank here the former presidents of Poland, Mr. Lech Walesa of Ghana, Mr. John Kufuor, for their support. Let me also thank our friend, Mr. Pastrana, former president of Colombia, who came especially here for this forum. Let me also thank all members of the government of our friend countries who gave us messages of support, and countries from Egypt, France, Congo. I also join here the Vice Minister representing the Democratic Republic of Congo. Let me here also thank His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales for his renewed support to the efforts that Gabon does for the conservation of environment and climate change. I thank here very much also Mrs. Michael Jean, General Secretary for the Francophonie Association, who fully participated in our works and who honored our country by launching here, in favor of youth, the funding, Francophone funding for digital innovation. Lastly, I would like to thank my wife, Mrs. Sylvia Bongo Ondimba, for her presence and her wonderful contribution to our works, and particularly for her constant commitment towards women and youth, the women here and youth, and in their name. And the preoccupations was at the center of our discussions, and I will say, and as they often say, thank you, Mommy Sylvia. The Gabonese people is proud of his First Lady. Our debates and discussions have been very rich, haven't they? We touched essential points for the future of the African continent. We also talked about geostrategic issues, for instance, the crisis of immigration, for which I reiterate my call for a debate and collaboration, not only for putting barriers, but also for sustainable development for the countries from where these people go, which means that we have to have new regulations on exchanges, development, and trade. We need to be more human in the relationships we have between states, companies, and populations. all our efforts must go towards looking for more jobs for populations and more dignity, autonomy and independence. The current edition of the New York Forum Africa Beyond, the debates and the exchanges and meetings during the panels, has had the specificity of having as a red line to follow these youth issues. The report of the Youth African Summit, as also the speech from the First Lady of Gabon, have shown the expectations of our youth, but also showed the concrete and pragmatic actions of states or engaged citizens. And as I said during my opening speech, the political leaders, the business leaders and parents have to and bear the responsibilities to answer the expectations of youth. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to deliver a long speech. We have, during those last 3 days, heard so many interesting things. It has been 3 days of intense meetings and formidable 3 days. This again demonstrated that the New York Forum is a framework exceptional for meetings and exchanges, and it is clear that we must continue in such a direction, in having people coming from different horizons to sit together, either from the African continent. As Gabonese people, we are proud to welcome here our African brothers and tell them that this forum is their forum, is that they can here meet all the persons coming from all continents here at Libreville to debate about the fundamental problems and issues, not only about economic development of our countries, but that this economic development is important, particularly for the main wealth of our continent, which is our youth. So this fourth edition has been very rich in emotions, intense in sharing and debating.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say a few words in English, just to say that this New York Forum Africa, that we started 4 years ago, has gone beyond, our dreams in bringing together people. But I'd like to say that the success of the New York Forum Africa is very simple. This success is you. You are the ones making this forum what it is, what it has been, what it is today, and what it will continue to be. Bringing together people. People exchanging. People talking about their experiences. Other people talking about their dreams. Others talking about the success stories. It's just about people. And what is more important than people? We tend, we leaders, to forget that. We tend to forget that in the first place, we ran a candidate, to become leaders of our country, but just for the sole purpose to bring happiness to our people. And we should never forget that. So, in light of the success of this forum, what it has become, I'd like to make a proposal. And I hope, Richard, you won't mind. I hope you won't mind. I'd like to take this opportunity, Richard, to thank you for what you have done. You have believed in this forum from day one, and you have been with us, despite all the critics, despite all the people that were skeptics. You brought this forum together. And I'd just like to say that it wouldn't have been possible without you. And we all have to thank you for that. Bravo, Richard. So, but we like to change something a little bit with you. Because every time you go on the stage, you know, the speaker with his very Hollywood voice, and now, ladies and gentlemen, chairman and founder, you know, of the New York Forum. I like for the speaker to change a little bit. And so next year, if you all want, the speaker will announce Richard Attias, chairman or founder of the Libreville Africa Forum. Judging by your reaction, I can say that you all agree, you know, to changing, you know, this forum to the Libreville Africa Forum. Thank you very much for your support, ladies and gentlemen. It's your forum. It's really your forum. And I hope that next year, there'll be even more of you participating, more of you still, you know, bringing to us, you know, stories, success stories, because it's important that people understand that this is a continent of opportunity and that a lot of good things happen in Africa. So to finish my speech, I'm going to switch back to French, if you don't mind. Mesdames et messieurs,
Ladies and gentlemen,
il est clair que
it is clear
nous devons dès à
that
présent
we must,
nous mobiliser.
right now, get mobilized
Pour l'organisation et la
so
réussite
that
du prochain
the organization of our next forum and the success of our next forum be here. Because our challenges are great, important, the difficulties are present.
et ces
And
difficultés devant nous.
these difficulties ahead of us, we can only go beyond them
Et la
together.
participation importante
The important participation of all of you coming from all over the continent will help
africaine
us give African answers to African issues, thus showing how, like we did in the previous years, how we can contribute to
le monde. Le monde ne
bring
progressera
progress to the
pas
world. The
sans
world
l'Afrique.
will not progress, will
Mais
not
l'Afrique aussi ne
move
progressera
forward
pas sans
without
le monde.
Africa.
Tout cela
But Africa
est
will not
interconnecté.
move forward
Nous le
without
savons.
the world.
Et
All
tous
that
les
is
jours,
interconnected,
nous
and
nous
we all
rappelons
know
que
that. And
il est
each day
important que
we remember, we
solutions que nous
remind
apportons
that the solutions that we bring
à la jeunesse
can
africaine
allow,
de se
can
tenir.
bring to the youth,
Les jeunes se tiennent à
African
notre
youth,
place. Et
to be
se
one
rappeler
day
que
at our place where we are, and that one day
forum,
they will remind
on y a discuté d'un
that
certain nombre de problèmes.
they will remember that they came
Ils
here to this
apportèrent des
forum
solutions
where they brought
que ces
some
solutions-là
solutions, that these
furent
solutions were
et
retained
que ces
and
solutions puissent
implemented
être appliquées et permettre de
so
faire
that they
avancer
can be
notre
again
continent.
implemented and that
À
our
la prochaine
continent
édition,
move
si vous le
forward.
voulez bien,
The
aura
next
lieu l'année prochaine,
forum will
les
take place next year, the 10th,
12 juin
11th and 12th
2016.
of June
Donc,
2016.
d'ici là,
So since this month of June,
je vous souhaite
I wish you
bonne santé,
good health.
que Dieu veille sur nous tous,
That God,
que nous puissions
Bless you.
connaître un continent
that we
plus en
might
paix
know a more
et que nous
peaceful
puissions tous nous
continent,
retrouver l'année
and that we
prochaine
meet again,
ici,
all of us,
dans
next
cette
year,
salle,
here in
pour
this
le
same
Libreville
room
Africa
for
Forum.
the Libreville Africa Forum.
Sur ce, je déclare
Having said
clos
that,
les
I
travaux de la
declare
présente
that the works
édition.
of
Je vous
the
remercie.
current edition of the New York Forum Africa are closed. Thank you very much.